Today, me and my brother-in-law Cody are going to be helping out one of our dear friends. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll notice that Zach is always coming out to give us a hand. Zach runs his own tow truck and wrecker business, along with a welding shop, and he also builds custom winch boxes that he ships all over the country. An opportunity to help a guy out like Zach doesn't come along very often. So when Zach called me and Cody up and said he was buying a 50-ton wrecker in Orlando, Florida, and wanted to know if we'd pick it up for him, we jumped at that opportunity. And there's the truck. It's a 2016 388 Peterbilt. The wrecker body on it is a Jerdan 50-ton wrecker. It's got a 3-stage boom, a 181-inch underreach. And for you guys that know anything about wreckers, the thing that makes this one really rare is it has a 35,000-pound side puller. Oh well. Cody, it seems to have a leak. Yeah. Let's fire this thing up. Yeah, very nice passenger seat. What does he mean, how does it run? Did he not drive it? Stand still? No, stand still. But not moving fast? Last week, we took 75 north all the way to Canada. This week, we are in Orlando, Florida, driving a wrecker. What size wrecker is this? This is a 60-ton. A what? Jerdan. A 60-ton Jerdan. Peterbilt. What is this? A 388, 2016 388 with a Cummins in it, an old redhead in it, and we're driving this back to Ohio, 75 north, basically all the way. 75, is it? That's I-4. We're on I-4. See, Cody knows everything. Yeah. What are we, 50 miles south of Chattanooga? Something like that. That sounds right. But we drove till around 3 a.m. last night. We were trying to make it to Atlanta, Georgia. We made it just south of Atlanta, Georgia. Got a hotel room, slept for 4 hours, and yeah, got up pretty early, hit the road, drove, I don't know what we've made it, 150 miles or something, swinging in here at Buc-ee's. Give Zach an air freshener.
Yeah.
Just about 4 hours right in there, that ballpark, away from home. We swung in a truck stop, used the restroom. You can see on this record that the Peterbilt paint is way nicer than whatever they use on this bed, because this bed's pretty faded. It needs a good buff job, and then I don't know, some graphics, definitely some graphics. But as much as I'm pretty sure this is the largest straight boom, so it's not a rotator. It's the largest straight boom you can get. This thing is a huge truck. Everything on this truck is massive. The Stinger is huge. Like, that is huge. I can't even put into words how big that is. And then just like I can't even describe to you how big this record is. It's huge. Definitely needs a good buff job though. Definitely really chalky. But the Peterbilt paint, really nice still. Look at that. Shoo! Keep driving back. We got Zach's new record back safe and sound. Sadly, he didn't cry or show any emotion, so there was nothing really to film there. I wanted to throw this out there, though, for anyone curious. If you want more information on these winch boxes that Zach builds and sells, send me an email. It's in the video description down below. These winch boxes are built by somebody that actually uses them and abuses them. Zach told me I was stupid and I would never be able to sell one of his winch boxes through YouTube. So if these winch boxes interest you in the slightest, please feel free to reach out. I can get you more information. Cody and I made it back from Orlando, Florida. No problems, never got pulled over, no tickets, anything like that. We are back on the farm again today, and I am rolling out to knife some anhydrous. We are sending two anhydrous bars out. This is one of them. There's a second one that's already out. And then we got 2 of our speed disc rolling out to start disking up some ground that needs to feel cultivated. It's the ground that they are going to disc is pretty washboarded. And what I mean by that is the ground itself looks like the old school washboards that you see in like the Western movies, the women running their clothes up and down. It's all ridged like that. So they are going to go disc that up, and then we will send our field cultivators up there, and they will field cultivate that several times, crossways and everything, try to get it leveled up just a little bit better. I am back in the 620 today. Last time I was knifing with the 500, but today we traded the 500 out for the 620 quad track. Yeah, we're in a quad track. Very nice rig here, but I am so far behind the other knifer. He's probably already knifing and I ain't even hardly started moving yet. But I am so far behind him, number one, because I had to pull some stuff from the monitor in the 500 and get it typed into this monitor. I had a opener disc back there that the bearing went out of, and it fell off the anhydrous bar, and I just launched it up on the tanks and it wasn't on at all, so I had to put new bearings in it and get it mounted back on here. And then I was like, okay, we're ready to roll. I went out and hooked up to a set of anhydrous wagons, and it was missing a dust cap for the wheel bearing, and we didn't have any dust caps, so we got an old Taco Bell cup and shoved that on there with a hose clamp. So that'll work until it won't work. I'm running. I'm finally running. I was moving here to run, and a county truck that was pulling a little pintle hitch trailer and a little Traco on it. I mean, there should have been room because a bunch of other semis passed me and just fine, but they smoked his mirror off the implement, hooked it on one of the anhydrous knives, blew his mirror apart, and I sat there for 2.5 hours We had to wait on a state patrolman to come because I guess if a sheriff comes out, that would be, I guess you can't. They needed someone else besides the sheriff because it was a county truck, a truck owned by the county and a county employee. So they didn't want to call a sheriff for that. The guy was pretty mad. He was yelling at me. I told him I'm not going to argue. If you're that upset, just call a sheriff. He said, well, I didn't hit you. And I said, well, I didn't hit you. So state patrolman comes out, took some measurements, this, that, and whatnot, and they just got cited equal. They got to fix their vehicle, and I got to fix mine, which nothing's wrong with this. He hooked an anhydrous knife with the mirror. So it sucks, but it honestly could have been a lot worse. Someone could have got hurt there. I'm glad nobody got hurt. That's always good. Really suck if someone got hurt. But we are running now. It wasn't fun getting held up for 2.5 hours. But it's all okay. We're running. We're running. We're in some really nice running too. I don't know what has changed. There's not much that changed, but I notice we got a tiny bit of anhydrous leaking off over here. It's not that big of a deal, and it's not gonna amount to much, but I think the whole applicator needs tilted back just a little bit. I think it's running a little bit far forward, so then back shanks over here are just a little bit higher than they need to be. Because honestly, I got this thing running pretty daggone deep. There shouldn't be anything leaking off. And we're just getting a tiny bit over here. So I might hop out and see if I can get this thing leaning back a little bit. So I got out and I tilted the bar back a little bit. I moved this giant circular bar right here. I turned it out a little bit, made it a little bit longer, which in return tilts the bar back a little bit. So as you can see over here, we don't have any leaking. I mean, we have a little bit, but it's not as much as it was. But I tell you what, I pulled something in my back and I am feeling awful. Like really bad. My lower right back is just killing. I'm hurting. Like yeah, that hurts. I guess that's just the price of getting old. Who would have thought I'm old at the ripe age of 27 years old? set of doubles and a small set of doubles today. Bruce took the other big set of doubles when I was screwing around at the car wreck for like 2 hours. Not much of a wreck. I junked out a $15. I didn't junk out a $15 mirror. Someone else used my implement to junk out a $15 mirror. So, yeah, I don't like pulling. I don't like the small set of doubles because I can only get like 32 acres done on a fill, which is not much. There's one of the field cultivators. It looks like they got it on, what is that? A 9380, and then the other one is up there. That one looks like it's the 440. So we actually don't run our field cultivators all that much anymore. I don't really know why. We do a lot of vertical tillage and we run them speed discs. So the reason we are running them here is because, whoa, excuse me, we had this farm tiled a couple years ago, and those tile lines just over time have sank. It's not the first time we field cultivated them, kind of leveled them out, and it probably won't be the last time. But we'll get this ground really nice shape behind these anhydrous bars, and then we'll plant it. I don't hog these left a little bit. Really deep on the front is what it looks like. But honestly, it's not doing a bad job. I don't think the Packer is the way to go here. It's balling up a whole lot. I think rolling basket would be the way to go. See, look what I'm saying. Hold on. Wait till he passes. Wait till he passes. Look at the front shovels. Look at the front shovels, and then look at the back ones. The front ones are doing a lot. The back ones are not doing nothing. Breaking it up nice. I don't know if you can tell, but that side is brighter than this side by a lot. The phone's not doing it justice, but the right side, I got way better lighting because these two fender lights, which are like the brightest lights on the entire tractor, are not working. So that's no good. That really stinks a whole bunch. I don't like that. Should be time to change tanks up out here. See, that fender is not working. Neither light on there is. That's kind of annoying. And yep, definitely need some new product. I've said it before in past videos, but for any new viewers, what I am doing is I am knifing on anhydrous ammonia. This is a nitrogen that is going to help our corn grow. So anything that I am knifing on right now is going to get corn. So to summarize for any of you taking notes, there's several different ways to get nitrogen to your corn. It's kind of like anything else with farming. There's not really one right answer. There's upsides and downsides to every form of nitrogen. Like anhydrous, upside, when you're planting your corn, the anhydrous is already there. You don't have to worry about coming back later on and getting the nitrogen to your crop for it to grow. That's the upside. Downside, it's crazy dangerous. Like, this is probably one of the most dangerous jobs we do on the farm. I don't even understand, like, I can't even hardly describe to you how dangerous it is. It's very dangerous. Luckily, in all the years that I have knifed anhydrous, which has been a while now, I've knifed a good bit of anhydrous. I've only had one super close call where I actually thought I could possibly die. Luckily. We take a lot of precautionaries with anhydrous. We have our equipment regularly inspected. We carry safety equipment and all of that stuff to stay as safe as we possibly can.